Good morning. I'm Jen Amos at Weiss Research.
I'm Andy Myers, and this is your morning market update for Friday, January 21st. Stocks on Wall Street are rebounding from 2 days of declines, thanks mainly to strong earnings from General Electric and Google. GE posted a 51% jump in fourth quarter profit and saw its revenue increase for the first time in 9 quarters. CEO Jeff Immelt also predicted earnings to grow in 2011 and 2012. GE shares are jumping 5% on the news. Meanwhile, Google is gaining 2%. After yesterday's closing bell, the internet giant reported adjusted income and revenue that topped Wall Street estimates. Google also announced that co-founder Larry Page will take over as CEO, with current CEO Eric Schmidt becoming executive chairman.
The earnings news isn't all good this morning. Bank of America reported a fourth quarter loss of $1.2 billion, mainly due to a $2 billion charge related to its home loans and insurance business. But even without the charge, B of A still fell well short of analysts' expectations, and its shares are reflecting that weakness, down 2% in early trading. Bank of America is just the latest financial company to disappoint the street this week. Goldman Sachs and Wells Fargo missed expectations on Tuesday, pushing the S&P 500 to its biggest drop in nearly 2 months.
One other big company out with earnings this morning is Schlumberger. It's rising 2% after posting revenue and adjusted income that topped estimates. The oilfield services firm credited increased demand for oil and said 2011 is looking even better. Next week, Schlumberger's rival Halliburton leads off the earnings parade. Other energy companies reporting next week include ConocoPhillips and Chevron. Right now, crude oil is pulling back further below the $90 a barrel mark on continued concerns that a tighter monetary policy by China will reduce demand from the world's second largest economy. Those fears are also driving down gold prices again after they closed at their lowest levels in 2 months yesterday.
Turning back to corporate earnings, many of this week's biggest reports came from the technology sector, and that trend is set to continue next week. Microsoft, Yahoo, Amazon.com, Texas Instruments, and Qualcomm are all due out with their quarterly numbers. Consumer products will also be in focus, with results from Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, and Colgate-Palmolive. And we'll hear from American Express, McDonald's, Ford Motor, Boeing, Starbucks, and AT&T, among many others. That's the latest from Weiss Research. Have a good trading day and a great weekend.